Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're into rare coins and hidden treasures, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about some of the rarest and most expensive UK coins that could be worth a lot of money. Let's take a look at these amazing coins. Let's start with the 1995 pence coin. You might have seen one of these in your pocket or maybe even spent it without thinking much about it. But here's something you might not know, it could actually be worth a lot more than you think. The 1995 pence coin was made during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. This coin was part of a set of coins that came out after the UK switched to a decimal currency system. Before this change, the UK's money system was different. The pound was divided into 20 shillings, and each shilling was divided into 12 pennies. But in 1971, the UK decided to switch things up and start using the decimal system, which meant the pound would now be divided into 100 new pence, or pennies, and that's when coins like the 5 pence came into play. The design of the 1995 pence coin is really interesting. On one side, you've got the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. But it's the other side, the reverse side, that gets our attention. The design features a thistle, which is the national flower of Scotland. The thistle represents Scotland's heritage and its pride, and it's a lovely symbol for a coin that's part of a new currency system. Surrounding the thistle are the words 5 pence and the year the coin was minted, which is 1990. It's a clean and simple design, but it's also quite special because of what it represents, the new British currency and the unity of the UK. The coin shows Scotland's flower, but the entire set of coins features symbols from each part of the United Kingdom, like the rose for England, the shamrock for Ireland, and the leek for Wales. All these symbols together show the strength and unity of the 4 nations that make up the UK. Now, let's talk about the value. Normally, the 1995 pence coin is worth just 5 pence, or about 5p in modern money. But here's the exciting part, if the coin is in excellent condition, it could be worth a lot more. The value goes up depending on how well the coin has been preserved over the years. Coins that have been kept in uncirculated condition, meaning they have hardly been used and look as good as new, can be worth a bit more. But there's another way this coin can become much more valuable: minting errors. Sometimes, when coins are made, small mistakes happen. This can make them rare and more interesting to collectors. For example, if the 1995 pence coin has a double strike where the design was printed twice, or if the coin has a misalignment or any other kind of mistake, it could become a treasure. Collectors look for these errors, and when they find them, they're willing to pay a premium. Some rare, error-filled coins can even be worth hundreds of pounds, which is a huge jump from the normal value of just 5 pence. So, if you happen to find a 1995 pence coin lying around, don't rush to spend it just yet. Take a close look at it, check its condition and look for any possible minting errors. Next, let's talk about the 1992 10 pence coin. This coin is pretty famous, and not just because it was released in the early 90s. It has something very special about it, a unique error that makes it stand out from most other coins. The design of the 1992 10 pence coin features a powerful image of a roaring lion. The lion is standing proudly, with its paw raised as if ready to defend its territory. The lion is an iconic symbol of England and has been used on many British coins over the years. This design was part of a series of coins meant to represent the 4 nations of the United Kingdom. While the lion represents England, the series also includes other symbols like the rose for England, the thistle for Scotland, the leek for Wales, and the shamrock for Northern Ireland. But here's where things get interesting. Some of the 1992 10 pence coins were made with a minting error. The inscriptions on these coins, which are supposed to say 10 pence, were printed in the wrong place, or even upside down. This happened during the minting process, and it makes these coins very rare and special. If you happen to find a 1992 10 pence coin with this error, you could be looking at a valuable collector's item. Coins like these, with misaligned or upside-down inscriptions, are much rarer than the regular ones, and collectors are always on the lookout for them. These error coins can sell for hundreds of pounds, depending on how rare and well-preserved they are. So, if you come across a 1992 10 pence with this mistake, you might just have a small fortune sitting in your hands. Now, even if you don't find a 1992 10 pence coin with a minting error, don't be discouraged. The regular 1992 10 pence coins can still be worth a little more than the usual 10p. Why? Well, collectors often seek out coins from certain years, especially those with a bit of history behind them. The 1992 10p coin is part of a limited release, and because of its place in British coin history, it can still fetch a higher price than face value. So, if you find one in good condition, you could sell it for more than you paid for it. Also, coins in excellent condition, especially those that have been kept in uncirculated state, are often worth more. So, if you've kept your 1992 10p coins in great shape, they could be worth a bit extra too. When you're going through your change, always take a moment to check for this coin. Whether it's a regular one or one with an error, it's worth the effort to look closely, especially if you're a coin collector or just someone who likes to find rare treasures. You never know, that little coin in your pocket might be worth more than you think. Next up, let's talk about the 1997 50p coin. This coin is part of a series of 50p coins that were made to celebrate the nations and territories of the United Kingdom. It's a coin that's got both history and style, and it's one that collectors often look out for. The design on the 1997 50p coin features Britannia, who represents Britain. She's shown sitting on a rock, holding a trident in one hand and a shield in the other. Britannia is a strong and powerful figure, and the design symbolizes the strength and unity of the British people. This image has been used on British coins for many years and is one of the most recognizable symbols in British coinage history. Britannia represents not just strength, but also Britain's proud naval history. The 1997 50p coin is part of a series of 50p coins that feature the national symbols of the UK. Each coin in the series has its own design that represents one of the four nations of the UK. Britannia represents the whole of Britain, and this particular design is iconic because it's part of the set marking the UK's national symbols. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of history. But here's the exciting part, like many rare coins, the 1997 50p coin has some interesting errors that can make it even more valuable. Some of these coins were made with slight mistakes, like misalignment of the design or other small flaws. When coins like these are made, collectors see them as rarer and more special. If you find a 1997 50p coin with one of these minting errors, it could be worth much more than just 50p. For example, a misalignment means that the design wasn't perfectly centered when the coin was struck, which makes the coin more interesting and valuable to collectors. There could also be small defects on the coin, like a wrong edge or unevenly struck lettering. These small imperfections are what make error coins so sought after. If you have a 1997 50p coin with one of these errors, it could be worth a lot more than face value. Some of these coins have sold for higher prices, especially when they are in great condition. Even if your 1997 50p coin doesn't have any minting errors, it's still worth keeping an eye on. Coins from this year, especially ones that are in great shape, are still collectible and can fetch a higher price than their usual 50p value. Coins that are in excellent or uncirculated condition are always more desirable to collectors. So, if you happen to come across a 1997 50p coin in mint condition, it could be worth holding onto. Coins like the 1997 50p are more than just pocket change. They tell a story about the UK's history, its symbols, and the people who collect these coins. If you have one, make sure to take a good look at it, especially if it's in good condition or if you think it might have a minting error. You might just have a collectible gem on your hands. Now, let's talk about one of the most exciting and valuable coins in the UK, the 1995 £1 coin featuring the Welsh Dragon. This coin is part of a special series of coins made to celebrate the four nations of the United Kingdom, and the Welsh Dragon is one of the most iconic designs in the entire collection. The 1995 £1 coin features a stunning image of the red dragon, also known as Welsh Dragon, which is the national symbol of Wales. The dragon stands proudly on a green and gold background, looking strong and powerful. This design really captures the pride and strength of Wales, and it's one of the most beloved coins in the series. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll also see the inscription Welsh Dragon, which means the red dragon in Welsh. This adds even more character and depth to the coin, making it not just a currency piece, but a representation of Wales' history and culture. The Welsh Dragon design is part of a series of coins celebrating each of the four nations of the UK, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Each of these coins features a different design that symbolizes one of the nations. The Welsh Dragon coin is especially loved because of its vibrant design and the powerful meaning behind the symbol of the red dragon. What makes the 1995 £1 Welsh Dragon coin even more interesting is its rarity. Only a limited number of these coins were minted, and because of this, it's much rarer than some other coins from the same year. It wasn't as widely circulated, which makes it even more desirable to collectors today. So, if you find one of these coins, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. The 1995 £1 Welsh Dragon coin is valuable because of both its design and rarity. If you manage to find one in excellent condition, it could be worth more than the original £1. Depending on how well preserved it is, it could sell for anywhere from £20 to £50, and in some cases, even more at auction. The value depends on the coin's condition, so if it's in mint condition, meaning it looks almost brand new, you could get a great price for it. Another factor that can increase the value of this coin is if it has a unique minting error. Coins with errors, such as a misalignment or a mistake in the design, are much rarer and can be worth even more. Collectors love coins with these special features, and if your coin has one, it could be worth a lot more than its face value. So, if you're lucky enough to come across a 1995 £1 Welsh Dragon coin, don't spend it right away. Take a moment to check its condition, and keep an eye out for any possible errors. This coin could turn into a valuable collector's item as time goes on. Its stunning design and limited mintage make it a true treasure for collectors and coin enthusiasts alike. So, there you have it, for ultra-rare and valuable UK coins that you might have in your collection or even in your spare change. Remember, the value of a coin depends on its rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. Always handle your coins with care, and if you believe you have a rare find, consider consulting a professional numismatist for an accurate valuation. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, happy collecting!